Hey guys, what's up? My name's Emily Shea, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Guys, I have been here for over a month now, and that is absolutely crazy to me. Um, I didn't even think that I was going to be coming and doing the DCP this year after it was canceled last year, and now I've been here a month, and that is absolutely insane to me. So today I just kind of wanted to do a little 1 month check-in. It's a few days late from a 1 month, but that's okay. I'm doing a little 1 month check-in, telling you guys how I'm doing, how the program has been doing, how I'm liking it. I also ask for questions over on Instagram like I always do for the check-in. So while we do that, I'm going to be getting ready for work. Same as usual, you guys seem to like my little get ready with me's, so I'm going to be doing that. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I've been here a month now, which is absolutely insane. And I kind of wanted to just fill you guys in on how I've been doing, how I've been liking it, that kind of stuff. So when I first got here, I was really excited to start, and I was like, when you first come to the program, you're like, yeah, let's go, we're here. I was really excited. And then when I first started training, I started feeling really overwhelmed. I thought that learning everything to do with my attraction was really stressful, and I came home a couple of nights and I would FaceTime my mom, and I would just be really upset and really overwhelmed just because there's so much to learn, so much that goes into it, and I was really stressed about it. I was having a really hard time. That was like the first week. Then I did my assessment on my assessment day, and it was great. I did really well. There were a couple of things that I needed help with, but nothing too bad, nothing that my assessor was like, wow, you don't get to pass now. So it was all good. It was fine. I did good at my assessment. And I think that that's what was stressing me out the most, was that my assessment was coming up and I was like, ooh, tests, that's scary. But it was actually really laid back, super easy. Well, it wasn't easy, I would say. It was just like, we just learned that information. I have it in my brain. Let's use it. So I think if you're paying attention during training, your assessment is going to be pretty straightforward. But yeah, after my assessment, I started getting more comfortable with it. I was able to actually do things on my own. I took my little earning my ears sticker off of my name tag, and I was on my own pretty much, except not really. Whenever we get stressed or we need help or literally anything, we can just call our coordinators on one of our park phones and they will come help us. I needed help answering a guest's question yesterday, and none of us outside knew the answer to it. So I called my coordinator and I was like, can you come help me? And he came right out and he helped me. So there's always going to be someone there to help. And that's what I've been learning. I was really stressed out that first week, thinking that I was just going to have to know everything and be on my own all the time. And that's totally not the case. And so I think that that's what I've learned this month, is that everyone's there to help. Everyone's there to make magic. So you're never completely on your own. But yeah, that's my little tangent of my stressful first week. Then like I said, I jumped in and I was doing things on my own, and it was a little bit crazy. There were times I still got overwhelmed. I still needed help from people, and I still do need help from people. It's been a month and I still need help, and that's okay. But there were times that I would get overwhelmed, and I do cry at work. That's just me. I cry all the time. So when I get overwhelmed, I cry, but that's okay because I cry in my break room and not in front of guests. But it's not anything that's bad. Like, I get overwhelmed in the moment, but then I come home and I'm fine. There's never been a moment where I'm like, okay, I'm done. I need to go home now. Because I knew going into it that it was going to be tough, but I just there's no way to prepare for that. You just kind of have to go with it. There's been situations where I don't know what to do and I don't know how to handle it, but that's okay. I'm learning. We all are learning, so it's all good. But yeah, I think that aside from me getting overwhelmed once in a while, I'm actually having a lot of fun. I have met some amazing people working on Buzz. I even have some friends that are now leaving Buzz and they're going somewhere else. And it does make me sad because they were really nice to me when I first started, and I'm gonna miss them. I just met them and now they're leaving. But I still have other people that are still gonna be there with me and help me and be nice and stuff. So yeah, I think the people that I work with and the coordinators that I have and everything are all super, super nice, and I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. I'm also really enjoying getting to interact with the guests. Like I said before, it's not always the best thing. It's not always sunshine and rainbows, but I love talking with the kids. I love hanging out with them. I think I mentioned this before, but the reason I like Buzz so much is because it's an attraction that any age can ride, literally any age. And everyone enjoys it for the most part. Like, I just love it because you get all walks of life. Even at Disney World, like in general, you get all walks of life. But on bigger rides like Space and stuff like that, you won't have as many little kids riding it because you have to be a certain height. But Buzz, anyone can ride, and I really enjoy that aspect of it, being able to interact with all types of guests, all ages. It's really fun for me. I really enjoy it. So, yeah. I'm also really enjoying living at Flamingo. I'm very fortunate to be living here. I would never think that I have an apartment this nice, let alone while I'm working for Disney. I am very, very fortunate. I know that past programs did not have the same. I was supposed to live in Vista last time, and I would have been fortunate to live there too. I know it was not a very lovely place, but I'm fortunate to be doing the program, and I'm just thankful for anything that I get. But this housing complex is very nice. I'm really enjoying all the amenities that they have. On my days off, I can go to the pools or the gym or the community center and just hang out with friends, and I think that that's really nice. That's really fun. I also enjoy that it's all one complex because we get every CP that's obviously living in housing in one complex, so we get to interact with everybody, and I think that that's really cool. The welcome parties have been getting bigger and bigger and bigger ever since my first one, and it's really fun to see. I haven't been able to go to all of them because most of the time I'm closing shift, so I'm working nights. But I've been to a couple and they've been really fun. So yeah, I think so far I'm loving the living aspect of it. I am liking interacting with guests. Like I said, there's some times where I'm like, wow, I don't like this, just because there's situations that I don't know how to handle. But that's, again, just me learning how to handle it, learning how to deal with it. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm enjoying it so far. Okay, now I'm going to get into answering the questions that you guys left me over on Instagram. Yeah. So the first question is, someone asked me how my day is. My day is going well. I got home really late last night, around like 2:30, because I had something to do after work, and then we went to McDonald's and got McFlurries at 2 in the morning. So I got home at 2:30, and then I woke up at 9:30. But yeah, my day's going well. I went over to my friend's apartment next door, and we had pancakes, so that was nice. And now I'm getting ready for work. So yeah. Next question is what my friend. Okay. I have a couple questions in here that are just stupid questions because my friends like to mess with me. So my friend asked me what time the fireworks are. At Magic Kingdom, they're at 9:15. If you haven't heard, they are taking away Happily Ever After on September 29th, and then October 1st is going to be the 50th celebration fireworks. So I'm very excited to see those. I am very sad to see Happily Ever After leave because I haven't seen that show very much. I'm new to Disney World, so I see it. I've seen it a lot. Okay, I've seen it a lot, but not enough. So I'm sad to see it go. I really enjoyed the show, but I'm excited to see what the new one is gonna have, you know? But yeah, fireworks are at 9:15. Next is, what's your favorite memory so far? I've had a lot of really fun memories so far, and it's only been a month. I don't know. I've had a couple. I've had a couple. One of my favorite memories was actually with the girl that asked me this question. Hi, Bree. I had a really hard day at work one day. It was like my first week, and I really had a really hard day. And like I said before, I was really overwhelmed and like scared for my assessment and stuff. And I went over to her apartment, and I was just like crying. I was just like overwhelmed, you know? And I did not have my self-admission pass yet because if you didn't know, the first week arrivals, our self-admission passes got lost in the mail, so we got them pretty much the same day as the second wave of arrivals, which was kind of sucky. But at that point, I didn't have my self-admission pass, and Bree, my next door neighbor, but she's my friend, but she lives next door to me, had her self-admission pass because she was part of Spring, and so she had her self-admission pass already. And she also had a free ticket from Traditions, or like from last year or whatever. I don't really know, but she had a free ticket. And so she's like, come on, we're going to Hollywood Studios. And she just like let me use one of her tickets because I was having a bad day and she was already going. She already had reservations. So she's like, you're coming with me, you're using my ticket. And that was the first time that I went into a park, any park here on property, not as a worker, since I've been here, since I was 10. Because like I said, I'm a Disneyland girl. So I had not been inside of a park as a guest since I was 10. And she took me to Hollywood Studios, and we had a really fun time, and I'm really grateful for that. And so the Magic Kingdom cast a couple days later got a cast preview of Happily Ever After when it was like coming back. And so of course I'm MK cast, so I got to go to it, and I got to bring one guest, so I brought Bree with me. So those two things kind of go hand to hand, because she was my first friend that I like hung out with that wasn't my roommate, and it was a really fun time. I really enjoyed it. And now I'm also friends with her roommate Kira, and we all hang out, and it's a really fun time. So I think that that's one of my favorite memories. Well, two technically. Those two are my favorite memories. But I also have a memory of when I was working and I was interacting with a guest, and Buzz was closed, so people were coming by and they were really sad because we were closed. And there was this little girl that was, upset because we were closed, and she wanted to ride it. And so I got to make a magical moment, and I'm not going to say what it was, but I got to make a magical moment. And when I was walking with them to do it, I was like, what are you guys celebrating? Because they had a celebrating button on. And the mom goes, oh, we just adopted her, so we came to Disney World to celebrate. And it just made my heart so happy, because I was making this moment for this little girl, and I didn't even know that this is what was happening. And it was so sweet, and they were the most amazing people. So I think that that's my favorite memory with guests so far, is that one. And it was literally 2 days ago, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, favorite memories, those ones. All right. Another question from my friend, not Bree, but her roommate Kira, who I said I'm also friends with. She asked me, how do I get a fast pass for me and my family of 4? She only asked me this because I get asked this all the time. If you don't know, Disney World does not have fast passes yet. So, Kira, I'm sorry, but I cannot give you a fast pass for you and your family of 4. But, sorry. Then she says, okay, serious one. What advice would you give to someone struggling on the DCP? That's a really good question. Like I said before, I was struggling a lot at the beginning with anxiety of knowing my job and being able to do it, and passing my assessment, all that kind of stuff. But now I feel like I can do all the jobs in my rotation. I feel like I can do all the ones that were stressing me out before way easier, and it's just getting used to it. Getting used to working, getting used to the different environment, getting used to all the controls because I am in attractions, all that kind of stuff. So I think that you can't let the way your first week or 2 weeks go on the program, you can't let that affect how you feel about the program entirely, because I was so stressed that first week, and now I'm better. Now I'm having fun. Now I'm getting used to it. So it's I think that you can't judge the way your program is going to go on the first week. Otherwise, you'll just be sad, and you'll just psych yourself out, and you'll just want to go home. And I don't want anybody to feel like they have to go home because they can't do it, because that's just not true. There are always people there to help you, whether it be part-time, full-time, coordinators, leaders, anyone. There are always people there to help you. No one is going to let you just be on your own and struggling. So I think that that's my advice. You cannot let your first week determine how your program is going to go. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it, because everyone is there to make magic. Everyone is there to help the guests, to be there for each other, to just like be a family of cast members. And so don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay guys, I finished my hair and makeup. I still wear pigtails. They're still my signature thing. Sometimes I don't, but most days I do. But anyways, let's continue with the questions. So, let's see. What's your favorite part about the job? Like I said before, probably the people. I really like who I work with. I really like my coworkers, my coordinators, and my leaders. I also really like interacting with the kids. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I think those are my favorite parts, is interacting with people. How have you dealt with being away from home? It's been hard being away from home. I miss them all very, very much. I have my family back in Arizona, all the way across the country, and I have my boyfriend in Arizona as well. And it's been really hard, but I FaceTime them, I text them, I Snapchat them. I interact with them as much as I can, considering how far away we are. It's been really tough, but honestly not as tough as I thought it was gonna be. I still miss them so much, and I wish that I could see them, but you get through it. You have work to distract you. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough, but I don't know. I put up pictures the other day. I hung up all my Polaroids that I have from back home, and a couple of pictures too. So I just put those up, and so that made me a little bit emotional, but it was fun. And now they're up, hanging by my bed. I can show you guys in a minute, but yeah. How do you feel about DCP content creators? Are they all as nice as it seems? I have had no bad interactions with anybody, whether they're a content creator or not. Everybody here has been super, super nice to me, super supportive, friendly, everything. So I have not had any bad experiences. I don't talk to that many people, but I feel like I know quite a few people, and I haven't had any bad experiences. I've heard talk of some bad roommate experiences, but not really anything that has to do with me or my friends. So, yeah. Never mind. Are tattoos, piercings, and hair with different colors in cast members being allowed? Yes and no. Tattoos are allowed if they are the length of your hand or less. Now, if it's wrapped around your arm or something, that's just an example. You would have to wear a sleeve, but you can have some tattoos. Piercings as well. You can have 2 piercings in each ear. I do have to take my nose ring out for work, but I just put in this clear one, and I kind of just stick it in as far as I can so my nose ring doesn't close. But yeah, you can only have 2 piercings on each ear, and that's it. You're allowed to have nails for certain roles. Attractions, you're allowed to have nails, but I know quick service and stuff you're not. So it depends on your role. Yeah. Do you feel like working at Disney has made any of the magic disappear? I don't think so. Obviously you know more about how it's run and what happens, and everything, but it's still magical to go and visit. I love going to Magic Kingdom on my days off if I can. I don't think so. I think that the magic is still there. It's a different type of magic, knowing things that I know, but it's still there, I think. Favorite park to spend a day at? I love Magic Kingdom. It's just my favorite. I'm a Disneyland girl, so Magic Kingdom is similar to Disneyland, so I like Magic Kingdom. I also really like Hollywood Studios. I've been to Epcot a couple of times, and I'm not really one to spend money on food and drinks very much. So I'm not really an Epcot girl, but I do like going to visit, and it's been growing on me every single time I go. It like grows on me more and more. And I haven't been to Animal Kingdom yet. I know I've been here a month, and I haven't been to Animal Kingdom yet, but I'll go eventually. I just haven't yet. So I really like Magic Kingdom. It's the most magical for me. Obviously, it's Magic Kingdom, but yeah. If I had to pick a park to go to every single day, it would be Magic Kingdom. What's the hardest part of working at Disney? How do I say this lightly? Guests aren't always the nicest. I think dealing with some of the circumstances that any Disney cast member might encounter with guests is tough. You're not always going to be a guest's best friend, and that's just the reality. That's how it is for any job. If you're working as a hostess, people could get mad at you. People could yell at you. Like, any job has its flaws with customers, and just like Disney does. That's always the hardest part for me, because I always want to make someone's day. I always want to be able to help people, and sometimes I just can't. Sometimes it's out of my control, and it makes me sad, and it makes them sad. So that's the hardest part, is sometimes certain circumstances make guests upset, and then I'm upset because I can't help them. Best work bag. I just use my backpack that I use for school, just like a regular JanSport backpack. I just keep my raincoat in there and my food, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just use a regular backpack. Let's see. Is that all the questions I have? And that's all the questions I have, guys. So, yeah, I'm gonna go change, put on my costume, and pack my lunch, and then head out the door and go to work. But, yeah, I hope this was kind of helpful for you. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Also, feel free to follow me over on Instagram, because I will always be doing Q&As. I think that they're fun. I think that they're a great way for you guys to get to know me and who I am and how my job is going. So I'll always be doing Q&As. Keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!